Hi, I'm Jimmy. This is my son Jet, and in this video I'm going to tell you why I'm swapping my hammock for a tent, at least for a little while. Come along with us on this overnight adventure in our brand new tent, and I'll fill you in on what led me to that decision.
I've never been out camping with my dad out in the woods, but I think it'll be pretty fun.
I'm not going to pretend to be an expert backpacker or anything like that. I do like to get out whenever I can for an overnight adventure or a multi-night adventure. And when I do get out, I'm a committed hammock camper. I just find them much more comfortable and decided that there's no reason for me to sleep on the ground when I can sleep in a hammock. And as a result, I've invested a lot of dollars in hammock camping. I've spent countless hours on the internet researching hammock camping, and I've spent who knows how many nights out in my backyard and out on the trail getting proficient at hammock camping. But here I am holding a tent in my hands, which begs the question, why in the world would I trade in my lightweight hammock setup that I've spent so much time perfecting for a tent that I know is going to make me toss and turn all night and wake up in the morning walking around like an old man? Well, the bottom line is there's only one good reason for this, and his name is Jet. And this is a pretty good lead-in for me to talk about what I have in mind for this channel. You see, I want Jet to learn to love the outdoors and to feel comfortable in the outdoors. From one perspective, and an admittedly selfish one, I need an adventure partner. And my wife and I have this little agreement of sorts that as long as we take one of the kids along with us, we can pretty much go and do whatever we want to do. And so from a selfish perspective, it just makes sense for me to teach Jet to love the things that I love so that I get to do more of it. But way more important than that, in all seriousness, my desire is for Jet to love the outdoors for himself and to feel comfortable in them. There is a sense of confidence that goes along with journeying out into the woods for an extended period of time, something that most people today don't understand and think is crazy. And I want that for him. I also want to see him develop a sense of adventure that will follow him into adulthood. God's creation is amazing, and I want him to know that, and to know that it's okay to want to explore it and set out to explore it even when others don't understand that desire. So that's why I'm swapping my hammock for a tent. A big, heavy tent that's going to make me sore in the morning and make me walk around like an old man for sure. I've bought it because I believe that this is going to be the best way for me to get Jet to start journeying out with me into the wilderness. I have some plans to try out a double hammock setup soon, but I also know that right now he'd probably feel a bit more comfortable being zipped up right next to me inside of this tent at night versus sleeping outside in a hammock. And I want him to be comfortable coming out on these adventures with me, adventures which we plan to document and to share with you in the hopes that you will be inspired to do the same thing with your kids. That's really the goal behind this channel. Well, Jet, did you have a good time today?
I had a really good day today.
All right. We had a great time. And hey, let me just say, all this is a state park. We just rented a camping spot for the day. Like we said earlier, I think he said earlier, it's his first time out in a real camping experience, and it makes no sense to trek off into the woods a long ways out in the middle of nowhere with somebody on their first trip. So we're going to try this out. Again, I'm wanting to expose him to the outdoors. I'm wanting to document this to show others how to do it as well with their own kids. This was super easy, super cheap. I think it cost us about 20 bucks for the campsite for tonight. But the sun's going down. We're going to start us a little fire. We're going to hang out around the fire for a little while, and we're going to turn in for tonight.
Hey, Dad, I know it tonight.
All right, well, good morning. We survived the night. I'm not sure that my mind has changed all that much on tents. Didn't enjoy sleeping on the ground as much as I enjoy sleeping in my hammock, but you know what? I'm still glad that I swapped my hammock for a tent, and that I'm going to at least for a little while, so that me and Jet can get out together and do some adventure together, and he can get used to the wilderness and get used to being in the outdoors. If you did like this video, give us a thumbs up down below. We would love to have you subscribe to our channel. We're going to try to release videos at least every week. We'd love for you to come along on future journeys with Jimmy and Jet. God bless you. Thanks for coming along.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe.